Good morning, Professor. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Zoom meeting. Uh, when we are waiting for more people, why not we start from introducing ourselves to know each other, so you may interact with Professor. This is an excellent opportunity to know more and to learn more.
Hello, Lily. Hello.
Ibrahim, Mr.
How do I
Ibrahim?
say? Ibrahim.
Yeah, Mr. Ibrahim.
Yes.
How are you?
Hello. Good. I'm fine, madam. And how are you?
Fine, thanks. Good day, Madame Lily.
Good day, Madam. How are you guys doing over there?
Fine, thanks. How's the
Okay,
business going?
It's going great. I came back to Canada actually last Saturday. So I was just heading out to Green World this morning. We got to get an order in from China. So I'm going to meet with Lynn there so we can get that done. I know I didn't come in for a while into the webinar, but I'm hoping that from now on, let me say even the next 2 weeks from now, I will able to settle in very
Great.
well.
Great.
Say
Say hi to her. Very soon we are going to meet her in Canada.
Yes, you're going to meet me in Canada. We will go on the cruise there. I will be there.
I can't wait. And Dr.
You
Mbogo,
can meet too.
yeah, I can't wait. Dr. Mbogo, how are you? And Madam Emma, how are you? All right, I think we
Very
can
nice
start.
to go cruise.
Yes, very nice.
I never been cruise. I need to go sometime.
You can come
Yes.
along, I will keep a
You
space for you.
okay? Next time, let me know. I can join you.
Oh, okay, that sounds great. That would
And
be nice. Did you ever come to Canada, Professor? Did you ever come to Canada?
Of course.
yeah, I went to Canada several times. We went to
Oh,
Niagara Falls and we drive around. We have a funny story. When I go to Canada, that time
okay.
I forgot to bring my US citizenship proof. They didn't almost stopped me. Didn't let me come back.
Really? They didn't?
Yeah. So
Oh, boy.
I had several time at the border. One time I was driving all the way to the I-95 to the end and to Canada, and nobody stopped me. So I said, "Oh my God, it's Canada." So how about I do? So I waiting outside of the border, didn't move, and the Canadian border officer came out and he said, "Why are you waiting here?" I said, "I don't know, because I don't have any paperwork. I didn't plan to go to Canada. I don't have any passport, nothing. And if I go there and I cannot come back," he said, "Okay, let you in." So he let me get in. But he said, "No, you can drive along and go back to US." Now I got back to US. US said, why were you in Canada? Where's the paperwork? I didn't have paperwork. I got it twice. One is I think it was the main, eastern Nova Scotia or not, I don't know, was the east corner.
Okay, Nova Scotia.
And another place is in Niagara Falls. I got it twice, got a board issue.
Yeah, it's true. When you coming, you wouldn't even know that you're entering into Canada. It's just like a one road and you get there. And when you realize you're right there at the border, like, is it here I am? Yeah, it's so easy to get there. Like
that's
it's
right.
not
And
no time.
already passed the U.S. borderline, and before Canadian borderline, I've been nowhere. I don't know how to go. Nobody said that you're driving, you're leaving U.S. Didn't know that. I just keep driving.
Oh God, that is so sorry.
Yeah, but it's a nice experience. It was many years ago.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, that. Well, you will come visit again another time, maybe next
Yeah.
year.
Looking
You
forward.
will come I'm here. It's gonna be good.
Okay. We need to set a connection, maybe add a
Yes,
contact to each other.
yes, that's fine. No problem.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mhm.
Yeah. Anyone, Dr. Mbugu, you have something to share? We can wait for more people.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good evening, Dr.
Yes, we are
Mbogo.
doing well. Evening, I'm good. Madam Lene, how are you?
Fine, thanks. So nice to see you again.
Today, I have purpose to join the meeting when I'm in the farm, just like professor who like going to the farm. I am on my mud boat and I'm going to get something for my animals.
Oh,
But
okay.
yes, yes, I'm going to get something for my animals. We are doing well. I know also beside coffee, I also have some pig and some goats, and so it's exciting. I have a few things to share, especially now with the results about the farm. I mean the corn. The corn. We have. I'm near one of the places where we have used the fertilizer, and it has done very well. I've also seen some people doing well. For to you, Madam Lini, the issue of the second generation of fertilizer has not been. I think people always say the old is good.
Okay.
We are trying to tell them that even the new one is equally good.
Okay.
And is it possible that we have something that can be on additional about this fertilizer being used for other crop other than tea and coffee, because
Okay.
that is that should be a plus. It's additional information that will help us let the farmer know that even if they are using it for maize or any other plant, is equally good. Because of that it has been improved for a purpose of coffee and tea, although it also cover the others.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I
And
didn't catch you. You said it's a new one. Is it new NOPF for older or NOPF? What's the difference? I didn't hear you.
The second generation is for tea and coffee.
Oh, it's
We have
better,
two.
right?
Yes, well, people are skeptical. I visited one of the agrovet, who is our distributor, and since we don't have the old, we don't have a stock for the for first generation. We have only second generation. So people are skeptical, saying that if this something is meant for coffee and tea, now why should I be using it for other crop? So this is where we have an issue. See, but other used it, they are saying it is good, but we need to in that new generation, you need to put something that it is also good for other crop.
Oh, the new generation, if it's good for coffee and tea, will be good for all.
Yes, but you see, there is no literature that supports that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
everyone who is seeing it is saying, okay, I'm not having coffee and tea, I'm having corn, I'm having rice, having.
Yeah, that's a miscommunication. And
yes,
if labeled is good for tea and coffee, and that will be good for all crops. So that's yeah. So this is and if the older version, the older generation, and some not the best for the tea and coffee. But the new second generation, if specifically said it's good for tea, then will be good for everything. So for the good for tea is NOPF is the highest quality. So if you can use it on tea, and you can use it on any place.
Yeah, yes. I don't know whether I'm lost or I'm still. Hello. Yes, Professor.
Yes, we are following you.
Yes, I was saying that if at all there could be some information on that indicates that we can also use it for other cloth. For example, you can see it is braided for all cloth, but also very beneficial to coffee and tea.
So we need some supporting literature.
The tea is tea and the coffee is more picky. That's why we had a specific amendment, the modification for tea. So if it's good for tea, then it will be good for everything. So we just need to let the distributor or the shop stores know the label should be, we need to work on something.
The issue mainly is for the users, not distributors. Nobody who want to, with any literature, and it is well documented, it is for coffee and tea. So we need some addition, Madam Rini.
All right, I understand. We'll talk to Professor and see what we can do for this. So we need a supporting literature to make farmers understand that this is it is for multi-purpose, but especially it is good for coffee and tea. We understand this. Thank you.
That's very good information.
Yes, Professor, today I want a if possible, you can try to fertilizer on a pawpaw. I have a issue of pawpaw.
Pawpaw?
Pawpaw.
Pawpaw. I don't know whether I have communicated, Madam Rainey, because somewhere there is a little bit of noise.
Yeah, I understand pawpaw, 木瓜.
Yes.
We call it 木瓜.
Papaya.
Yes, papaya. 木瓜.
Okay. Oh, that's good. And let me see. Okay, I don't have the papaya notes for we can talk it next time. And let's see. Okay. Last time somebody was asking for how to grow in blueberry. I promise we talk about the blueberry today. And so we can talk about that. And I also have, let me see, any notes in the chatting room. Hold on, let me see. got a message. So chatting room right now is no questions. Anyone else has like Dr. Mbugo that share the information? So all they're very important message. One of the most important messages he was talking about is NOPF new generation. We said we labeled this is good for tea or for cocoa or for some related plants, crops. But why we have this? Because the first generation, some people found some different performance of the old generation NOPF. So we, in the production line, we made some modification of the new generation NOPF. Then the new generation NOPF fertilizer will be good for all crops, even the tea and the cocoa. The tea and the cocoa are more picky. So now new generation is good for all crops. Just that we don't have the question on the old first generation of the NOPF. First generation NOPF, it is good for all crops. When you apply to tea, we don't want to get a high concentration. We can go to the, just don't use high, the old generation NOPF is good for tea too. But it's not, we not encourage people to put high dosage, high concentration on the tea for the old generation NOPF. For the new generation NOPF, you can use any dosage, any dilution. Only thing is be careful. Some people saying have some leaf burning. I don't believe that first, because it's NOPF. We have, okay, I see Abraham raise a hand. You can say.
Good evening, Professor.
Yeah, good evening.
I have 3 questions that I need a bit of clarification.
Okay.
One is all of them are focusing on the benefits of Nutriplant, in general. So I have got 3 statements that I need at least a bit of clarification so that I can understand better, so that I can be able to explain to clients in a very precise way. We have this point that normally says Nutriplant improves the soil structure of the soil. And then we also have the second statement that normally says that it improves, it prevents flower abortion and fruit abortion. And then we have the statement that says it offers some stress resistant and drought resistant to the crops. So going by the first statement on soil structure, suppose I come across a client who has got soil which is very unhealthy, soil which is too much deteriorated, it has no nutrients, and then I recommend that this person should adopt Nutriplant Organic Plus Fertilizer. How long should this person be able now to realize an improvement in the structure of the soil? That is question 1. Then on the flower abortion, let's use an example of bean crop. Suppose I come across a client who maybe just heard about Nutriplant a week ago, and this client is having beans in the field, and these beans maybe are already flowering. So should I recommend this person to use Nutriplant? Yes, I will. But is that at that stage when the plant is flowering, is the effect of preventing abortion likely to take effect immediately upon applying this Nutriplant. That's number 2. Then finally, we talk about drought resistant, of which I have witnessed myself, but I really wanted to know a little bit deeper how exactly or what exactly is in this Nutriplant in case a farmer asks me, how is this Nutriplant so special that it offers the plant some drought resistance? I can be able to respond to that without any hesitation. Thank you, Professor. Those are my areas of concern.
This is a very, very good questions. It's easy. That's actually, we have this weekly meeting to address all these concerns, to help our distributors, members, farmers. We understand the science. She said, I'm not a business people. I'm a science agriculture specialist. So my concern is about the science. So we need a teaching. So I've been teaching agriculture since 1985. So it's teaching, education to make people understand more. That's the number one priority. We help farmers. We help your business. And that's satisfy our goal. He has 3 questions. They are all very important. Well, let's repeat the question first. The first question is, if I use NOPF, how NOPF change soil structure, improve soil? Because we have soil issue. The soil issue we had in the past by the introduction of the conventional or chemical fertilizer for many years. Then your soil will be, keep adding fertilizer, your soil become more chemically bind. You can damage soil if you don't know how to use these chemical fertilizer in the soil. This is one thing, the soil structure, because coming from the conventional fertilizer. Second thing is some place, some region, your soil originally are very poor. You don't have a lot of nutrients. So your soil has a poor problem. You have 2 problems. One is from the conventional fertilizer. Another come from originally your soil is very bad. Now why when we use NOPF will improve soil? NOPF, we all know this is organic Nutriplant nutritional plus. Why we say nutritional plus? We actually core fertilizer actually is nutrients. It's like we take the vitamins. The nutrients for the vitamins for plants. And it's coming from organic procedure. It's from the animals, plants, material to create all the single amino acids molecules and trace elements, some small elements. These are all necessary for plant growth. If we keep using conventional fertilizer, you actually to do harm of your soil every day you use fertilizer. It's cumulative. One way to stop the damaging your soil is try to reduce your conventional fertilizer or any chemicals. But can we stop chemicals totally right now? No. Because we have been using fertilizer, conventional fertilizer for too long. The fertilizer increase our yield, agriculture production, at least 40 to 60% compared to our ancestors' old style agriculture. If we stop totally conventional fertilizer, we will have lower yield. But if we continue to use chemical fertilizer, it's not sustainable. It's not a long term. We don't leave nice soil for our future generations. So we need to stop it, but we cannot stop it totally. We need to reduce the conventional fertilizer every day if possible. Then NOPF we kick in. This is organic, we call the fertilizer organic nutrients, organic plant food. If we can feed the crops with organic material, then we will not use or reduce the application of the conventional fertilizer. For that, every day you use NOPF, you are reduce same amount of your conventional fertilizer to your soil. So it is underlying science to improve your soil organic structure by using NOPF. You use NOPF, then you reduce conventional fertilizer. Because you reduce the conventional fertilizer, your soil damage stop at least. And if you don't use it tomorrow, you don't use next week, next year, you don't use less every day, your soil eventually come back. It's recovery. It's not necessary. We say improve your soil structure. It is actually by using NOPF, it's the recovery of your soil back to your good level, good performance, because you reduce the conventional fertilizer to usage. This is one thing, by reducing the conventional fertilizer. Second, if you use conventional fertilizer sometimes, because it's a lot of chemicals, you can kill a lot of microorganisms in the soil. The soil, how do you look at the soil structure? Actually, the most important is see how much organic material in your soil. That organic material, including organic matters, like all these amino acids, fat, proteins, everything, carbohydrates, this kind of, we say chemically or physically substance in the soil. These are organic. The most important organic material in the soil is not that. It's microorganisms. It's the little animals, like an earthworm, like a bacteria, fungi, all these kind of little things, living organisms in the soil. If you keep using that, keep using chemicals, this stuff eventually they die out. When they die, if you no earthworm, no bacteria, most bacteria are good. You think we think bacteria is cut my hand, skin, and I have infection. This bacteria is not good, but a lot of bacteria is no harm to you. Actually, it's a benefit for your whole ecosystem. The new idea of the agriculture is systematic thinking. We use a whole ecosystem, make your whole soil ecosystem alive back again. When the earthworm, when the fungi, when they're active, then they actually make all these plant or animal residues in the soil. They digest them, they use them, they decompose them, and they make their bodies, organisms. They produce a lot of fungi, they produce a lot of earthworms. And when they die, they become new fertilizer, organic fertilizer. So they eat organic material in the soil, and because the fungi produce so fast, we don't see it, but they are there. And they produce so fast, and they die. Fungi can longevity, you can last weeks, days, very short life. And they produce a lot of dead body, and they are become actually manure or organic fertilizer for plants. Second, not only their bodies, because of metabolism, they eat big, long fibers, carbohydrates. They eat it. They produce a lot of water-soluble nutrients for plants. They basically digest, make your plant material or any organic stuff, or even soil in the soil. They can transfer all this to organic material. And if the water available, they become water soluble, become the nutrients for plants. So the soil improvement is largely by protection of your living organisms in the soil. They do a lot of work for you. We don't know. We don't see it, but they are doing most important the work for you. So that's the second part of because we are not using chemical fertilizer, all the living organisms, they come back. The chemical fertilizer, basically, they are salt, S-A-L-T. These things, when you have like some, when I was little, my hometown, we have rice paddy fields, and I have a lot of fresh water. My hometown, the water over all the land is about 60 to 70% land, and 30 to 40% are water. So we are living everywhere water. So much fresh water, the little animals is everywhere. And especially in the rice paddy field, that was my miserable time. When I barefoot go to the rice paddy field, my legs will be a lot of rich animals will stick on my skin. They suck my blood out. How do you kill them? You can even you pour, they don't come out. We add a little bit salt on top of it, and they die. They come out. So the salt is the way to kill little animals, little microorganisms. So we have to protect them by reducing this conventional fertilizer. What you mean, reduce your salt application in your soil. So all these methods improve your soil. So that's why we use NOPF, we improve the soil. It's not necessarily we spray our NOPF on soil. We feed living organism in the soil with the NOPF. You can do it because NOPF, we can do foliar application. That's the most method we use for our fertilizer. But still some cases, like a tall, very tall trees, you cannot spray on top. Then you need to do the soil drenching, soil dripping system. You add the conventional fertilizer, or not conventional, NOPF in the dripping system. So you actually put in the soil. That time, when you apply NOPF in the soil, you serve two purposes. One is feed your plants. Second is you feed your microorganism in the soil. So you cannot say, I'm coming feed my plants, you don't eat me. No. The microorganisms say, oh, this is very nice nutrients. Maybe they eat more than you want to go to plants. So if we directly apply to the soil, that is direct change of your soil structure. But most time we use on the top of the plants, we in the foliar application. For that method, we use NOPF, change the soil quality is by reducing conventional fertilizer, by preserve natural organisms in the soil. So then your soil, you have less chemical coming in, and this natural organism come back, the soil will be recovered and they improve. So this is a part of the how do we change soil structure by using NOPF. This is my first answer for your first question. Is that okay?
Yes, Professor, I'm okay with that. Thank you. Proceed.
Is it make sense?
A lot of sense.
Okay. Second one. Yeah, second question is, can I apply NOPF to prevent the flower or little fruits abortion? Yes. Why? A lot of abortion because of the stress. The stress have two parts. One is nutritional stress. You don't have food. You have to reduce your flowers. For the plants itself, if I'm so hungry, I only can produce one kid, and I have to abort all other flowers. So this, when your nutritional not enough, and they will lose a lot of flowers. Second is the water issue. Of course, water is nutrients too. When the water is too dry, then there will be most important things. First, reduce all the growing points. The flowers, fruits, they suck in so much nutrients, sucking so much water. If we cut them off, the plants will survive for another day. So that's important. If the plants got stress, then they will start aborting flowers and floating fruits. When you apply NOPF, basically, you are hungry. When your blood sugar is too low, what do? I fainted. My whole life, I fainted twice because of my low blood sugar level. First time I was 17, like year 17 or 16. I would try to make a business. One of my neighbors, they need to go to funeral. And she was like 50 years old. She's very big, heavy. So I ride a bicycle for her like a long way, half day. And I was so poor, we didn't have a lot of food. So I ride a bike, carry her to the funeral place. And when I arrive, I pass out because I was starving. And how much I made that day? 50 cents for Chinese money. For US money is like 5 cents for the whole day. Made that money and I pass out because of my low blood sugar. I didn't know. But after I eat something, I recovered. Second time I was in graduate school, or not in graduate school, maybe third year, fourth year in college. Another classmate, he said he found one of the floating body of the fungi, hyphae. And I know I'm a much better student than him. Why can't find it? So I struggled, tried to find it, and I passed out. And at that time, because the university, the professor came and said, "Oh, you have low blood sugar level." So she passed me a cup of sugar water, and I recovered right away. So same thing for the plants. When the NOPF, all the components, all the ingredients are ready to use for plants immediately. For the conventional fertilizer, if you see the stress, you feed them right away, it will take 7 to 10 days to see the results. For conventional, for the NOPF, if we feed them today, tomorrow maybe we see the difference. Why? For the conventional fertilizer, you feed them NPK chemical elements. So they need this make elements. Go into the production line, make a little bit larger, transfer, make a lot of stuff, then take a long time, then they make amino acids. Amino acids then transfer to each amino acid, connect to each other, make its protein. So take a long time from the elements to the production line, make the protein. That's why it takes a long time. On the condition you have enough water, enough enzyme, all the chemical environmental is a perfect condition. Then you can, from elements to the protein, the whole long line, make it work. That's why it takes a long time. For the NOPF, what do we feed them? We feed them, say, don't worry, I'm not going to feed you elements. I'm not feeding you N or P or K. I'm going to feed you direct amino acids. You can use my amino acids immediately put in the production line to synthesize your protein. So it's a long way from NPK to the protein. When we feed the NOPF, we feed them in the middle. We saved a lot of time. That's why they can use NOPF, the amino acids from NOPF immediately produce your protein. So that's why it's fast. With quick response. Also, the place, the location you apply is different too. When you apply conventional fertilizer, most of the time you apply to your soil. And in the soil, if everything works, it takes so many days. And most time, the soil, you don't have enough water. So have enough water, they transport the NPK elements from the root going above to the leaf. The place is a place to produce all this organic material like proteins, carbohydrates, fat, all this. They produce in the leaf. So even everything is perfect. You take time from your soil, transport to the leaf. That also takes time. You don't think it's not like we take a highway. The plants take time based on all these conditions. Perfect, otherwise they don't move up. What do we do for NOPF? We spray directly to the leaf. Okay, I'm not going to feed in your roots. Actually, I'm feeding on your leaf. And the leaf, most openings on the back of the leaf, if you spray on the back of the leaf, even closer. So they suck it in, and they can immediately use. So that's why when the plants, they need the nutrients, we apply NOPF, you will be, when the plants otherwise will be starving. When you feed them, they have enough nutrients, they will reduce your abortion of the flowers, abortion of the fruits. So that's most important. By using, so when to use the NOPF is also little bit different from, actually a lot different from the conventional fertilizer. We don't use conventional fertilizer every other week because you know you don't have time to put so much in the soil and you keep water them all the time. If we don't water them, the conventional fertilizer will not work. When you apply NOPF, we always saying little bit many times, or for any fertilizer. For NOPF is the same thing. We apply NOPF, meantime, we apply the water to them too. So this water, we spray every other week, kind of like give them water and nutrients same time every other week, especially for dry region like Africa. You need, plants need a lot of continuous supply of water and nutrients. Even if you put a lot of NOPF, NPK in the soil, if we don't have water, it's useless. It becomes storage in the soil. They never go up to the leaf. Somebody did a test, did a data analysis. About 70% of fertilizer in the soil is not utilized or wasted. Either wash it away by the rain or store in the soil, it never be used because you don't have water to transport all these nutrients back up to the leaf. So that thing, because we keep every other week, feed the plants with NOPF, give them fresh, easily, ready to use amino acids and trace elements, and the plants will be reduced flower or fruiting abortion. Especially we have trace elements during the flowering season. They are needed for flower reproductive stage of their life. But most time we spray NOPF from the beginning of the seedlings to going above along the growth of the plants until the top, the growing vegetation. Then you spray at the peak, stop couple of weeks or a week, or stop at the peak of the flowering season. If your fruits take a long time to mature, to ripe, you can spray again when the fruits are very tiny. If your beans will be mature in a couple of days, you don't need a spray when the beans little. You just spray at the peak of the flowers. If the beans, some like string beans, they keep producing flowers, keep producing new beans, then you can extend it application of an NOPF. If you are not continuous flowering, not continuous producing beans, then you stop at the peak of the flower. This is for flower and the fruits. Is that okay for Abraham?
Very much okay, sir.
Okay, good. So if I explain anything not enough, then let me know and then we can discuss more if I missed anything. Third question is when the plants in stress, especially in the drought, when it's too dry. Actually, we back to the second question, similar. The flower abortion, the fruit abortion is one of the reasons is about the stress. The stress, if stress is enough, they die. If stress little, they will abort flowers and the fruits. So when you see the stress a lot, we keep kind of started dying, then number one priority is feed them water, not too much nutrients. We all hear all kinds of story when the poor people in the wartime, they're starving, they're dying. And at that time, you don't feed them a lot immediately. You feed them a little bit, let them recover. Give them water first. Second, give them a little bit of sugar water. And the system, the body system, even we are animals, plants are using similar molecular biology basis. That's why all agriculture university, all the biological university, all the courses we take the same textbook of the organic chemistry, molecular biology, microorganisms, bacteriology, mycology, everything we share same between the plants and animals, human or any other farm animals. We share all the basic life science. So agriculture can be in the agriculture university or in the life science department of the normal or comprehensive university. So we share same principles, share same thing. One of my neighbor, she was a doctor. She was director of the top pharmaceutical company in the world. And one day she moved out. She said, "Oh, I don't want to need a lot of all these books, so can't take it anymore." So I said, "You want to take it? Let me look at it." GN6, the book called GN6. The book I took my molecular biology course was GN5. Oh, I'm an agriculture people. She's a medical science. We use the same textbook, just different version. Everything same. Biology, all same thing. So when the plants stress, we need to give them water and nutrients and the speed of the nutrient supply. What is speed? What is fast? Conventional fertilizer or an OPF? We just discussed. An OPF much faster to recover for the plants to use. They take a couple of days. Plants will start changing color. But the conventional fertilizer take a long time. Especially conventional fertilizer, we have NPK. We all know that. Which one is water soluble? These three elements. Most time, all the nitrogen fertilizer part are water soluble. If you apply in the soil, plants can use very fast as long as you give them water. For the P phosphate, K, and the potassium, a lot of times they are in the, you see the different color, gray color or pink color, purple color in your soil, granular soil. They are actually like stones. They are not water soluble. They take a long time, maybe take several months to work. That's P and K, we call it next generation fertilizer. If you apply in the soil, you don't expect them to use right away. They use next generation. I used to plant the faba bean. My hometown, the winter cover crop is a faba bean and wheat, barley. What do we use the fertilizer? We put a phosphate, the mineral, the clay-ish mineral. We put it in the soil in October, I think. I forgot what day, exact day. I know the 24th Chinese agriculture season. We put in that time. It's in October. So in the end of October, we put this pea in the soil. Then we cover a little bit soil. Then on top, we put a faba bean, the broad bean on top. Then we cover it like 3-4 inches deep. Then they will germinate. The seedlings come out before freezing temperature, but they will not die. And then next spring, so they will start in March. We put a pea in the soil in October. The fertilizer is being used in March to May. You think what's the next season fertilizer? So people were thinking, why don't you put you using the plants? You were using this fertilizer in March and May. Why don't you put it in March and May? No, because they not be available to use for waiting for many months. So this is that's why the conventional fertilizer is take a long time. But the nitrogen is water soluble. You put it in soil, the plants can use it right away. For that sense, do you need to put a lot of nitrogen in the soil? No. If we put a water soluble in the soil, if they are not used right away, what do you think? Next rain, next rain, in next 2 months raining, the whole winter raining, snow, they will wash away all this nitrogen. You waste it all. So when you put nitrogen in as a base, put in the soil, you don't put much. You don't put a whole season in the soil. You only put only the amount you need in the next several weeks, or maximum maybe a month. Then you put they can use, otherwise they are lost. So that is a conventional fertilizer. Have to be careful. But NLPF, because we spray on leaf, we can use it right away. We don't have a storage issue. We don't have a time issue. This is immediately stress recover, abortion reducer. So this is a very immediate, like glucose, like the sugar water. They can use it right away for human. You can back to your life. This is good for all the plants, fast relief. And not only that, they can enhance your immune system of the plants, because they are NLPF is not only act as the nutrients, they act as a new plant growth stimulator. They give plants a signal. Say, okay, you see I'm amino acids. I'm at the stage you need to increase a lot of activities. So they give us plants a signal, say, I need a blooming. I need to do a lot of growth. If we are poor condition, you only see the elements. If we feed them only NPK, plants at all, they still elements. I may don't need I'm not ready to bigger growth yet. I'm waiting because my plants are seedlings. It take for several months to do next stage. That's why the NPK cannot use it as they don't give plants signals. They only said, I have some elements to use. You want to use it? Plant said, no, my plant seedling is still too small. But if you feed them amino acids, the plants say, what? You already at the amino acid stage. The first half you already gone. Oh, I need to work fast to do next thing. That's why the plant growth stimulator. They give plants a signal, say, go fast. And the plants can recover, grow fast. So this is why the best part of the amino acids nutritional supplements, or I can say whatever, NOPF. I hope I answer you all the questions. Thank you so
Professor.
much.
Thank you, Professor, for this professional answer. And also thank you, Mr. Ibrahim, for raising those wonderful questions. Mr. Ibrahim, which country you're from?
I'm from Kenya.
Oh, okay.
Kenya. Oh,
Yeah,
I
Kenya
see
is
you.
yeah. I think we know you. Thank you so much. And thank you very much, Dr. Mbogo, for your contribution, and thank you for being with us. We wish you have a great weekend, and we are going to see you next Saturday. So thank you for
Next Saturday, I will be in the travel. I'm not sure. So waiting for notice. I don't, but I think I will. Most of you can do it. I will try.
Okay, we'll try. So anyway,
Yeah.
we're going to see you next Saturday. So thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. So you can admit yourself to see good day, and also goodbye to Professor.
Goodbye, or you have a great weekend.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor. Thank you.
Goodbye. Thanks.
Goodbye. Thank you.